Okay, let me see. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to page 139. So we just talked about proportional reasoning, right? So I'm going to go to page 139 in the red book. And again, you're going to have all the answers in that book, okay? So we're in the red book on page 139, in the red miracle worker book. And we're doing number 24, okay? And it's a percentage problem. And you're going to use proportional reasoning to solve percentage problems. And number 24 looked like a good one. So Paul bought a sofa for $690. He paid 8% sales tax on the purchase. What was the total amount of his purchase? Okay, so the first thing if you get to a percentage problem, and you're going to get to one on the HiSET test, I would write this, and I call this a percent problem solving machine. Percent over 100 equals, this is the part, and this is the total. Sometimes the word is will be associated with the part. Sometimes the word of will be associated with the total. Sometimes the total might be called the original amount. It's always the part that goes with 100. It's the whole thing. It's the whole. And the part might be called an increase or a decrease or a tip. If something decreases by a certain amount, if you're giving somebody a tip, sometimes it's called a commission, which is like a payment that people make when they sell something. Okay. This is a tax, so it's an amount that they're going to add on to something that he buys, so they can give it to the government. Paul bought a sofa for $690. He paid 8% sales tax on the purchase. Okay. What was the total amount of his purchase? Find the amount of the sales tax and add it to the price of the sofa. Okay, so I need to get 8%. So the number that's with the percent, like it says 8%, always goes here where the percent is. Sometimes it won't know the percent, then this will be the unknown. But they tell you that 8 is the percent. So that's the number that goes there. Okay, and he bought a sofa for $690. Okay, and that's not a part, that's the whole sofa, right? So where does the 690 go? It's the total. This is the total. Okay. Yeah, it's the bottom, the whole thing, the $690. That's what the whole sofa costs. He's gonna get taxed on that now. Okay, this much. Now, how do I find that, Adam? Here, do you know?
You multiply. You told us what's 8 times 690 divided by 100.
Exactly. Do that times that, and then go. You guys should have a calculator. Tell me what you get when you do that. 55.2, which would be $55.20. So that's going to be the sales tax amount. This might be called a tax or a sales tax. Okay. Now, the question might say, how much is the tax, right? But that's why it's important that you read the question, because it's not asking how much was the tax. It's asking, okay, what was the total amount of the purchase? So, Caitlin, what do you think I have to do with the 5520?
Add it to 690.
I got to add it to the 690, 5520. And if you look in the back, the answer in that answer key, the answer should be, is that right? That makes sense? Okay. You guys can go ahead and I want you to try 21, 22, 23, 25, and 26 on your own. Okay? Or just do a couple of them and then we'll move on to something else.
Sony made me this. It's called almond roca, homemade almond roca. It's really what it is, just chocolate and burnt butter and sugar with some almonds and some other kind of nuts on it. And there's some melted chocolate on top. I usually don't just chew this like that. I usually just like stick it in my mouth and then just let it melt.